let's start first with the Call of Duty patch notes, Fortune's Keep. This is hopefully going to give us the answer on how they're going to be treating Rebirth as well. Lots of new stuff coming from this. Obviously, it's not going to be all of the specific patch notes, but we do have this, actually. Operators were temporarily halted on Rebirth Island at next season's launch, but will return shortly. They are going to be removing this for the beginning of it. Oh, geez. So Rebirth Island is going to be leaving. Uh-oh. Operators will temporarily be halted from Rebirth at the next season launch. Oh, man. I've already seen so many messages from not only people that are in the stream that watch my content, but like messages all over of how many people have abandoned playing Caldera because they loved Verdansk. They didn't like Caldera. Rebirth was their go-to. They are essentially putting all their eggs in the basket, in one basket right here. Right? This is going to be a massive test for them to see, can they make up for what they tried to do, bringing everybody over to Caldera and that not working. And I would say, I don't know the actual numbers, but I have heard that they've lost 50 million players. It's probably even up higher. I do play this game every single day. I've seen so many comments. I am deeply, deeply invested in the overall community for Call of Duty, and have been for, a decade now, uploading videos on it in some capacity or streaming it. So this is, maybe I don't have the full picture here, but I would assume this is a very risky move. Could it work out? Maybe. Maybe this ends up being like the best map, and it does look like they've learned some lessons here, but let's go through some of the actual information here. New map, Fortune's Keep. Go all in on a brand new Warzone Resurgence Battle Royale map developed by High Moon featuring Sunny Vistas. And here's the thing with this. They are designing this to be specifically a resurgence mode. So it should be competing with Rebirth in that sense. So I think a lot of the people who play Rebirth hopefully are satisfied by that, but this is looking like it's going to be a bigger map overall. I feel like most people will hate the new map and demand a Rebirth back. I feel like that's going to be the case from what we've seen from this as well, especially because the map already has so much nostalgia in the first place too, right? It's like this has been a map that's been around even back in Black Ops 4, even before that. Like, they featured this map in Zombies. Like, this is it's based off of a real place, right? Like, this has a lot of factors to it that I think eventually maybe this is going to be a small, mid, and large map. Maybe this will even be good if they replace Caldera with it for most people, but I know a lot of people, including myself, do enjoy Caldera. And speaking of Caldera, updates across the island from returning Storage Town, which we saw that yesterday. We did some incredible Photoshop. I'm probably the best in the business there is at this. I'll even pull it up so you guys can see. To riverbeds drying up. Ravensoft is changing up Caldera. It looked like very minor updates, I will say, off of the Caldera changes. Armored SUVs, new contract. I always love new contracts, although the Sabotage one was a bit risky, I will say. And more. New tools, objectives, and feature updates to Warzone will add new strategies to consider for your squad's personal meta. They are going to be halted, but now I guess they do have 3 maps that are going to be in rotation. All for free via regular weekly playlist rotation. And this is the key word here. See, they save it all the way till the end. So we are going to keep the 3 maps. And this is something that's actually different from what we saw from the previous one, right? Because when they created Caldera, Verdansk is not in the rotation. Verdansk is not even a thing anymore. Regular Verdansk, 1984 Verdansk, all of it's gone. The original one before they even made the modifications. But Rebirth is going to stay in rotation. So that's really the key here to keep an eye out for of how they get you. Prepare for the ultimate score fight. Fellow operators and mercenaries on a luxurious and timeless island where the amount of danger and action is second to its riches. Now, here's the thing, too. Yes, I know a lot of people are going to be pissed about that, even if Rebirth is gone and in rotation or whatever. Personally, I am happy that there is a new map. The file size is going to be huge. It probably is. I am personally happy that there is going to be a new map, even if it does mean that Rebirth is gone. I like having new maps. I like having new content to play. You know, I don't go back to the old Call of Duties or even remastered games when they come out. Like when COD 4 Remastered came out, I didn't really play it. I'm just not that interested in a lot of it. I like playing new stuff. That's just me personally. I know a lot of people like having the old stuff, whatever. But I like to play on, that's one of the reasons I like playing new Battle Royale games. And when new ones come out, I'm usually excited for it because, hey, I get a new map to learn. I get new strategies to play. I get new gameplay to explore. Like, I get new content. I play so much of these games that I like having new content in general. Even when Verdansk was out, I would have changed the rotation of the actual setting of the map. So we played the nighttime map. We played the sunset map from the actual train mission that they released. We played the regular map. We went back to closed stadium, open stadium. Like, give us a bunch of variation with what we're even playing. That would have been so good to me. New Warzone Resurgence map, Fortune's Keep. Prepare for the ultimate score fight, fellow operators, mercenaries, and luxurious and timeless island where the amount of danger and action is second only to its riches. A mercenary hideout built atop otherwise peaceful town with a rich history. Fortune's Keep is completely original resurgence map created by High Moon and is roughly the same size as Rebirth Island and features 4 distinct points of interest. So this is actually different from what the speculation was of what we were looking at and trying to analyze yesterday in terms of the map size. This is looking like it is going to be the same size as the map. And let me see if I could pull up my... this is the new storage town that they are adding. It's the exact same storage town. This is what we were looking at yesterday. Inspired by colorful Mediterranean villages, the seaside community is littered with cobblestone alleyways, flat rooftops to traverse across, and an old fortress sits in the town center, inviting operators in for intense combat with its bell tower that commands this section of the map. Nice. Can climb up. Probably going to be, similar to our big tower that we had on the previous map. A lot of height even on the top of the stronghold. Yeah, this is the map that we were looking at yesterday. But here's the thing. They're saying that it's roughly the same size. I mean, you say roughly, I guess that could be the case. It could be a 30% bigger with a roughly. You throw that on it. My hope is with this too, this new map, in terms of like talking about Resurgence, is that they also include Rebirth Resurgence solos. Dude, see, this looks sick. See, we were just looking at the top down. You can go in here. There's an underground pass to the giant hole that we were looking at on the map here. This looks nice, man. This is going to be some fun. Like, I look at most of these maps. This is why I like having dense areas with lots of stuff on it. Even if it doesn't give me good sniper lines, it's going to give good end games. Here is Keep. This place looks massive, dude. Holy. The island namesake Keep is a medieval fortress. The island's namesake Keep is a medieval fortress now converted into a mercenaries headquarters and hideout. Walk on the ramparts and take to the watchtowers to defend the area from invaders, but know that they can also easily fly over the walls using nearby redeploy balloons or sneak in the area using the island's tunnel system. So this whole thing might tunnel the whole way through the map, which does give more... That could be even crazier if there's an underground tunnel system that you actually can run through on all of it. That would be crazy, man. Here's the winery. This also looks absolutely massive. The best part of seeing a map like this, too, is you can get on every roof. You can go wherever the hell you want to. Okay, so that's what we've seen for the actual, some of the terrain and locations that they wanted to feature. New in-game features. First on Fortune's Keep, Black Market Supply Run Contract, and Cash Extraction Event. Oh, maybe this is going to be like the Plunder mode. Fortune's Keep, a new home for Resurgence Battle Royale matches, will have 2 major features that could define the most effective tactics available. The meta! They said it, did! They said meta! Get your hands on off-market loot by accepting the new Black Market Run contract, challenging you to reach the Black Market buy station before the timer expires. So this is going to be like a supply run contract then. But it sounds like you're going to have exclusive items on it. Spend cash on items not available at normal buy stations. What? Or as ground loot such as the sequencer grenade. What the actual the Nebula minigun. Foresight. Specialist bonus. Or one of the several classified weapons are usually trash, but they can have more attachments. That's how they've done it in the past. I don't even know what the sequencing grenade is, but if you could buy a Nebula minigun, we haven't even seen that before. What the hell is that? Foresight is like one of the most broken things typically that you could possibly get because you know where the game's going to end. You can control the end game, at least for normal battle royales. Can be a little different for Resurgence, but holy crap. And a specialist bonus. Now, this costs $25K in Champions of Caldera mode, which is a lot of cash even in that mode with juiced up loot. I don't know what the cost of this is actually going to be. Or several calcified weapons. Wow, okay. And then cash extraction. During Resurgence Battle Royale matches, straggling mercenaries will attempt to airlift their cash off Fortune's Keep. You and your squad mates can ambush the extraction. Wait, so is this going to be AI? Follow the flare signal and take out the agents to get their bag of goods, but be on the lookout for enemy operators also looking to steal these mercenaries' riches. So this is going to be AI. Maybe it's even just going to be like a helicopter trying to take off type extraction. Who knows? But it also can be stolen, similar to the green supply boxes that come in from the new contract they had added with Caldera. Other people can go to that green smoke and steal the actual package. It's like Fortnite. They have that. Sounds like Division Dark Zones. Yeah. Ravensoft is bringing back Memorial Place in Warzone history as part of a large overhaul of the main Caldera map. Okay, so now we're getting into the Caldera point of interest change. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is the new storage town, and what I immediately notice is it's slanted, it's going downhill a little bit, and there's a water tower in the middle rather than that two-story building with the window and the roof that you can get onto, which is going to give you even more height here. What the hell is this truck, too? Look at this. There's a truck with a turret on it. It's not like the armored Bertha. This is an armored tack rover almost, or Jeep. It's an armored Jeep with a turret on it. What the hell is this? Storage Town, the area that helped define nearly 2 years of Warzone in Verdansk, will see a new life of Caldera when it's added between Mines, Airfield, Village, and Dig Site. It'll be roughly, as veterans remember it, a sprawling complex of lockers filled with contracts and item spawns, as well as a few warehouses that allow for great views over the area. However, as part of Caldera, Storage Town will be near steep cliffs in the middle of the island. It's not really the exact middle, but I would say it's just as close to the middle as the other one was. Look at this. This is, I mean, I wouldn't call this the middle. That's about where Storage Town was located on the other map, no? So let's see. What's the new feature they're adding with this? Oh, look at this. This is another shot from inside. What the heck is all this electricity? He's using an MP7 here. Which there is an MP7 with electricity rounds. Maybe that's the one he's using. I don't see the actual tracers. Maybe he just got the kill on him. That's why the sparks are flying. Okay, a severe drought has hit Caldera, causing rivers to dry up as mercenary forces add camps around the island. There are also new items and a vehicle coming to Caldera first, which should shake up Plunder as well. Okay, this is probably the new vehicle right here. But this is really interesting. The rivers have dried up. Dude, I didn't even notice that. I mean, I noticed something looked different, but I was so focused on that, I didn't even realize. Look at this. The whole map is probably more desert-like now. That's probably why the vegetation is dried up. This is probably going to be the lore behind it, right? I mean, I haven't read all of this yet, but I'm assuming that. And you can see the water stops here. So this entire riverway here, the riverway here, which of course doesn't really matter that much because the rivers, I mean, you can't swim in them anyways. They're so shallow, it doesn't really matter that much. But there is an area, for example, down here with the waterfalls that are running, which could expose that underground area. 50% less vegetation. They're doing a massive decrease. Once this update launches, expect cleared sight lines across numerous areas. Dude, I didn't think they were going to remove trees. I thought this was just going to be bushes. But if they're clearing sight lines, that is a massive buff to snipers. Although, you know, with all the other nerfs, it's really just going to net positive for all the long-range gameplay. Of course, you're going to want more actual physical cover to complement that, which I think is what we're about to read, hopefully. Expect cleared line of sights across numerous areas of the island, particularly due to small camps cropping up from outside the resort to the runway. So that's good. To replace it, they're still putting some physical cover, the camps, the areas, and that was the other point that I had mentioned up here. Right here. This is what I thought was also new. It looks like it actually is new. I still haven't checked the actual map to compare. Additional pathways, including scaffolding across multiple Capitol buildings and steps near the gondola station, will be opened up to allow for more movement options around the island as well. Okay, so that's what this dirt is. I guess there's going to be more steps going up to this as well, or something to help you traverse the mountain here. Around Caldera, rumors of mercenary vaults are beginning to crop up. This is what we had read about in that tweet the other day. Expect to find these scattered around the island. Ready for a deep dive into Fortune's Keep and Caldera? Come back to the blog post next week for a guide to both maps. Oh, hot damn. Are you kidding me? Besides redeploy balloons, existing vehicles, and your own 2 feet, a new armored SUV can be used to explore all the new areas in Caldera with an ample amount of defenses. It includes a dedicated rooftop turret seat and room for operators to use their own loadout weapons, making this one main vehicle to be used on the field. Now, this is interesting. You can also still use your own weapons because this is all armored. So I guess you could still look out the window. Maybe that's what this little barrel is there. To get where you're going fast, activate the SUV's Nitro Boost to enjoy instant acceleration, dude. See? There it is. So it is actual nitro. Holy, dude. You might actually be able to fly off of cliffs and get mad air now. This is something I've wanted since they teased us by putting the motorbikes in the game, which turned out to be ass. What the hell is this? Get rich quick by searching out ATMs in Plunder mode. ATMs, but this is specifically Plunder. Throughout the match, funds periodically spawn near ATMs to a maximum holding. Collect these bags for major boosts. EMP grenades. Disable vehicles and disrupt enemy players and AI. Now, this is probably going to be for that new contract that they've added. Using an EMP grenade, a non-lethal tool that explodes in a short-lived area of effect, affected players are stripped of their HUD information while vehicles are momentarily powered down. This is probably going to be critical to take out this might even help take out those roaming vehicles too. Golden Plunder limited time mode as well. The new Golden Plunder limited time mode offers blood money experience with a more competitive and a lot more glitz. Some of the player changes is player count decreased to 100. Players drop more cash on death. Cash required for victory increased to 5 million. The greediest of bunch can also explore either of the following options. Visit one of the malfunctioning ATM machines located on the map that seem to keep spewing out endless amounts of cash, or hunt down one of the infamous golden key cards, which is rumored to allow access to a bunker filled with all sorts of valuable loot. That's actually really interesting. It reminds me of when they did the event for the tower back in Verdansk. We had to get a special key card to get into there. Oh, sorry. Player count increased to 120, up from 100. My bad. You guys are right. I didn't read that right. Fair warning. Only the wealthiest will be fortunate enough to walk away victorious. Mercenaries of Fortune event. Prove your skills in the Mercenaries of Fortune event, featuring 8 challenges that test your mettle on Caldera and Fortune's Keep. Get rewards like new weapon camos, reticle charms, emblem stickers, legendary blah, blah, blah. Complete all 8 challenges to earn the coveted gold skins, an armored SUV. Ride around in this thing, and they'll be mistaking you for a common mercenary. Rebirth Island operation to return shortly for operators wishing to drop in a Rebirth. Contact appears to have been temporarily lost at the theater of combat. However, expect reestablishment of communications and access to this location shortly. Stand by for weekly playlist updates. Now, here's the thing. I actually think this is a good move. Them removing Rebirth for at least a couple days. I guess they could just have it as a separate playlist, even if not many people play it. But I do think it is good to get people to play on it, just to at least try it, see if they like it. If they're going to play the game anyways, it forces you to try it, rather than just being like, forget it. Or if they did it like random queue between the two different maps, that's not the way to do it either. We've seen PUBG try this, and it just is a nightmare, because then you get people queuing in on Rebirth who want to play one map, and then they back out of the game. The game never starts, whatever. I think it's okay. The question is, they haven't said what temporary means. They brought out, for example, Vanguard Royale was its own mode. That completely split the community, and that was like that for months. I feel like, and of course that was even more complicated. We didn't get into all that, but anyways, yeah. Stand by for weekly playlist updates to curate experiences across the trio playable maps. The brand new Fortune's Keep located Rebirth Island and Caldera. But they are keeping it. Like, they're saying it right up front. They are keeping it. So I do think that is good. There's a strange rumor concerning an undead surge and the ultimate test for operators coming online. In addition to Titanium Trial Endurance, an updated version of the highly competitive Iron Trials, expect plenty of Warzone content to keep you busy throughout Mercenaries of Fortune. Also, be on the lookout for patch notes to come from Ravensoft, which will detail all the changes, including weapon rebalancing and other features. This is going to be big. Please get snipers back a little bit, man. They're so ass right now. It sucks. I mean, I still make it work, but good Lord. Dude, Undead Surge, are they already teasing Halloween stuff? Or is this going to be something sooner? In addition to Titanium Trial Endurance, an updated version of the highly competitive Iron Trials. Shinonuma brings back classic round-based zombies. Battle through the swamps in a round-based play featuring a new multi-step main quest, wonder weapon, and more. Oh, this is for Vanguard. Hey, they're finally turning the dial back and going back to regular zombies? Here we go. New weapons, right? Get equipped with 2 new powerful armaments. Keep enemy operators at bay with the highly mobile Marco 5 and the support of UGM-8 later this season. Get your hands on the Vargo S. New season operators, the intimidable Captain Butcher is ready for deployment as a playable operator alongside Special Operations Task Force trainer Callum Hendry. Adds some spice to your loadout with these new armament attainable through the season. The Marco 5 at launch looks like a Mac. Highly mobile submachine gun accurate from hip fire with excellent close range stopping power. For a highly mobile, aggressive players, there are a few better options than rushing into battle with the Marco 5. Great for pushing into objectives. Highly mobile, allows you to run circles around the enemies while they struggle to get a beat on your position. Considering its relatively noticeable recoil and damage fall off at longer ranges, the Marco 5 is best not fired up from the hip at close range. Best when fired up in close range. As the first SMG in Vanguard to feature the Akimbo proficiency, you'll soon wonder why you ever needed to aim down sight in the first place. Holy, okay, that's a bold statement, but they usually fluff us up, guys. You got to keep in mind, they'll fluff us up in these. Who says an LMG has to slow you down? Combining high mobility with a high fire rate, the UGM-8 is ideal for players looking to keep pace with the team while offering suppressive fire. That's actually very interesting. Mobility is often the big penalty of using submachine guns. So if they can actually make something that you can move around quickly for, that could be interesting. This thing chews through ammo, though, so it's probably going to have fast fire rate, so be prepared to feed it. Boost your ammo capacity with several different magazine options. Grab fully loaded scavenger perks to prevent going empty in the middle of a fight. Push dagger. Bladed T-shaped grip allows you to increase push power, easily concealed and deadly in CQC, built for speed and stealth. This new melee tool will be a great addition to loadouts where close quarters fights and silent takedowns are critical to mission status. Built for speed and stealth, this new melee tool gotcha operators can unlock it either through a bundle to be made available during Season 4 or by completing 1 or 2 challenges. In multiplayer, get 5 melee kills with the primary. Okay, and zombies. Okay. Operators can... okay, well, new melee. That sounds interesting. And here's the Vargo S. Now, the Vargo Cold War gun is actually pretty damn good, and they've done a couple tweaks in both directions for it. An essential armament for versatile play. This workhorse assault rifle offers a high rate of fire, steady aim through sustained fire, and quick reload. That's before adding any custom gunsmith attachments. Unlock both the Vargo and UMG free. UGM free. Unlock the push dagger and Vargo. One of two ways, through an in-game weapon-based challenge or via the store bundle. Hey-oh, pay it! Swipe the credit card. You're good to go. Get it unlocked. Day one. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. New riches bring new opportunities. Legendary Captain Butcher. Don't really care about the operators. Hendry, don't really care. Looks pretty dope, though. I mean, I love his beard, man. I gotta say, I'm a freaking balling out of his mind.